Hello student. In previous video we have seen introduction, definition of plumber block. What are the different parts of plumber block? Now we see from this animation, this is a plumber block. From this animation we see the definition of plumber block. This is the assembly of plumber block. This figure is called as assembly of plumber block. This is the base, this is the body, this color wise, this is the body of plumber block. This top is cap or cover of plumber block. This is a brass, this brass is made up of gunmetal. This is a brass. This is a body, this body is made up of cast iron. This is a cap that is also made up of cast iron, and this is a brass that made up of gunmetal. This body, cap and brass, these three parts are assembled with help of these bolts. These are the nut and lock nut, and this is the assembly. So these are the 3D animated part of pedestal bearing. This bearing is used to support horizontal shaft. Okay, this is a pedestal bearing. Okay, yeah, pedestal bearing इथे आहे. Pedestal bearing, this is the body, this is a cap, and this is the brass, and these are the bolt, nut and lock nut. So these parts are assembled. Okay, and now we turn to next. So this is animation of pedestal bearing. This body is made up of cast iron. This body having this type of structure, hexagonal type structure. This is a base, this hexagon type structure, and cap is also having, this top cap is also having hexagonal structure, and in between this cap and body this brass is inserted. Okay, this body is rigidly firm on base. This is the body of pedestal bearing or plumber block. From top we insert the cap, and this body is attached to base, and here in between this is a brass. This is the body of plumber block. Now this next part is cap. This cap is inserted. This is a brass having two half, this lower half and this upper half. This two half are joined. Okay, this is the structure, and in between this brass shaft is rotated. These are the two halves of brass. This is a brass, two half of brass, upper brass, lower brass. This is the body. Okay, this is a cap. This is a cap or cover of pedestal bearing. These are the bolts are inserted. Bolts are inserted from bottom side. These are the washer, lock nut and nut to assemble body. So this is assembly. This is this part, lower part is body. This upper part is cover. This yellow means faint yellow type part is called as brass. Brass having two parts, upper half and lower half, and these three parts are assembled with help of bolt. This is a nut and lock nut. These are assembled. Okay. So these parts are assembled. In this way, these parts are assembled. This lower part, body of pedestal bearing, upper part cover. This is a brass. From lower side we insert the bolt, nut and lock nut are used. Okay, so we see this is a plumber block. I again repeat. So these are the various parts of plumber block. This you see, this is the lower part, body of plumber block. This body having this hexagon means half hexagon type structure, and this cover also having in this inside hexagon type structure. This cap and this body are assembled with help of this bolt, nut and lock nut. And this is a brass. This brass is also having hexagon type structure. This 6 parts are assembled and we get this 3D figure. We'll see here, these are the various parts. Body of plumber block or pedestal bearing. Body of plumber block or pedestal bearing. This is a brass, lower brass, upper brass, lower part, upper part. These 2 parts are assembled. This is a cap or cover, cap or cover. Cap or cover. These parts are assembled. This from lower side we insert these bolts. These are washer, lock nut and nut. These parts are assembled. Okay. तर आपण तुम्हाला हा व्हिडिओ पूर्ण समजला असेल. This is a part list. Part number, part name, metal, quantity. This pedestal bearing having 6 part, body made up of cast iron having 1 quantity. आपण इथे पाहू शकत असाल हा part number 1. हा part number 1 हा खालचा. This is a body of pedestal bearing. Part number 2. This part number 2 brass that is made up of gun metal. Brass is made up of gun metal having 1 quantity. Third part cap that is made up of cast iron. This is the third part cap that is made up of cast iron having 1 number. Fourth part bolt made up of mild steel having 2 number. Bolt. Fourth part bolt made up of mild steel having 2 number. Next part nut that is also made up of mild steel having 2 number. Next part lock nut. This 6th part is lock nut that is also having 2 number. This part, 4th part, 5th, this part is nut that is also made up of mild steel. So in this way we see the introductory lecture of this pedestal bearing or plumber block. This is the second last assembly in this syllabus. Okay. तुम्हाला हा व्हिडिओ आवडला असल्यास लाईक शेअर सबस्क्राईब करा. थँक्यू.